All right, what's up, y'all?
How
Thanks
we
for
doing?
doing this.
Thanks for having us out.
Absolutely. Mr. Brian, Mr. Nick. Mr. Brian, you got to be one of the most interesting people I've ever met.
Well,
What's going on with you? What brought you to Marietta?
well, first of all, Tony, thank you for the process of the business you and I had. It's wonderful. Everybody had a lot of good thing to say about you, which is really a good credit you earned throughout the exercise of your business. Congratulations first.
Thank you. Tell us, you made your name by like creating different inventions. The sunshade. How did that spark? And
Well, that was almost back to the late 80, early 90, when I was still in school, which is in Pasadena. The school name called Art Center College of Design. They are very heavy, very much a so-called prestigious design school, privately owned. I was lucky enough to have a scholarship to earn my master degree over there. During the study, and there is a course for whatever you can create. So allow students to create your own stuff. At that time, I was a very poor student. I can't even buy any other fancy product to do comparison, to do study, to take them apart, to dissect them, to recreate. So the most lowest product in the market is the cardboard accordion cardboard for the sunshade, $3.99. So I paid for $3.99, bought the sample, went to the class, say I'm going to reinvent the sunshade. So I got the concept, and I made it happen. So I say this product is a very, very good product, easy to make, no molding cost, no overhead in terms of design and development. So I cut my best sheet. I went to a retail store, a garbage can, pick up the metal wire, they dump to the garbage. I get my friend to sew a prototype. Boom, bingo, the prototype exists with my best sheet.
that's insanity.
Yes, and then I even during the school, during my master degree, I went ahead, take some time to do some study, find out how to produce. So eventually I went to a sweatshop in downtown LA, and I pay the owner, and then make 4,000 pieces as a sample. I ordered the fabric from DuPont and Buffalo, New York, and they shipped to my humble place I rent out from older folks. One room they ship in, and then I took them to the sweat shop, and then made it. I started selling in the swap meet in Roseville.
No way.
Wow, that generated lots of cash flow. So I was able to order serious quantity from overseas, which is China, and I start selling in the one of the membership club store called FECO, if you remember.
I was born in the 90s.
Yes, and then and I know that made me feel old. And then I start selling to Price Club, now called Costco. And the first year we're in business, we hit $7 million in sales before I even graduated from school. So, and then after that, and I create another product, use the same pop-up technology called, make a children play tent called Play Hut. And then after we're in the toy industry, I got involved with lots of technology, smart toys, and toys related to the iPad, iPhone. So that make me into the technology area. Now, talking about technology, right now currently we're involved with Web3 and blockchain and NFT and the cryptocurrency. So we're in the development of all these, and our business in a very, very, very fast track.
Web3 crypto, it seems to be the fad right now, right? And one of the things, being involved in money, I always heard, if your taxi driver's talking about it, I guess now Uber, if your Uber driver's talking about it, it's too late. With where you're seeing and where we're at in this point in the crypto space, do you think it's already too late for someone to get into that realm?
No. The Web3, the crypto, the blockchain, the world is still a lot of room to grow. It's still in its own infancy. So if anybody want to get in, it is a good time to get in. And also, it needs a lot of innovation. Blockchain is not new technology. It's already 20 years old. But whether they used blockchain before, very minimal, until the Bitcoin utilized the blockchain, utilized this the system, the technology, and then the blockchain being really pushed to be a good technology to utilize. And now we talk about Web3. It's really Web3 and blockchain is really hand in hand. They are also like decentralized, less government, less regulation type. Decentralized financing is very popular. Ethereum and Bitcoin is very popular. They're decentralized. There's no central government control them.
Do you see the SEC at some point enforcing regulation against the cryptocurrencies?
They are already involved. They already feeling like smell money. They smell the huge dollar, even the fiat dollar involved with the cryptocurrency. Somehow they're going to involve. When and how, and that is really still questionable. But if we regulate too much, will kill the technology, will kill this business. So therefore, I really wish the SEC will have a little respect to this technology, to this type of industry, and not to execute their regulation too much.
The regulation will definitely hamper its growth. Nick, how's your experience been in getting involved into the crypto space?
Loving it. Think about it every day. I go home, I look up stuff, I get involved with it. I'm checking out different coins, reading up on their past and their history, and it's been exciting. And I like fast pace, and it's definitely more fast paced than anything I've seen.
Cause you're like an entrepreneur, bro. You're like in propane. You're in the. I just found out you own a haircut place. Like, you know, for a person like you see something like this, and you know, does this engage you? Does this make you want to, you know, kind of take a leap of faith into a new avenue?
Oh yes, it definitely did. I've had friends tell me for years to get in, take a look at what's going on, and I've been so focused in the business that I'll check it out when I have a chance. And when I looked at it, a couple years too late, not too late, but a couple years longer than I should have. I've been biting myself every day. I should have got in this years ago.
Dude, I got into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin was about 2 G's and Ethereum I think was about $75. I was a young loan officer in Seattle, and I was the guy who lived underneath me in my apartment complex was the assistant to one of the head economists from Amazon. Went to London School of Economics, and I was telling him about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I was like, "Yo, dude, there's something in this. Like, you know, I'm gonna take a percentage of my paycheck every week and put this into this game, and I believe in it. I love it." And you know, and he goes, "Dude, that's a scam. Like, you're gonna lose everything you got." And because I respected him so much, I was like, cool, I'm gonna sell off. And this was in 2017, which is right before it blew up. And so I sold, I think, at Bitcoin at about 9,000, and I was like, I made a killing, let's go. And then soon enough, it was at 25 and cribbing towards 40. But it's been interesting to see it. I never went back in. I I never went back in, probably just stubborn. You hear Gary Vee talk about his initial investment opportunity in Uber and how he didn't take that. That's how I feel with Bitcoin and where it could have gone if I would have stayed in it. But I guess it's never too late, right? We're still early on in the infancy of what it is to come, and I think one of the interesting new developments, and for the life of me, I still don't fully grasp it, right? Like, my understanding of Bitcoin was initially an exchange, right? So I can take $1, invest it in Bitcoin, and I can cash it out as yen or pesos in an instant transaction. And so I never understood why it just jumped up in so much value when there is no real underlying value to it, right? You can tie the dollar when it first started to the gold standard, right? And so where is that value for Bitcoin other than pent up demand, right, by the consumer?
Well, it's a supply and demand. People more and more trust the Bitcoin because it's decentralized and because it's limited. They are going to be only certain amount of Bitcoin.
How many? How many Bitcoins are there?
I believe it's I forgot the number. I need to go back to a long time ago. It's around if I
Google tells
Yes.
us there's 18.74 million Bitcoins in circulation.
right now, but they set a cap.
See, I thought when they said they were mining Bitcoins, they were like hacking people's like wallets, and they were mining the Bitcoins out of somebody's account. When they say they're mining Bitcoin, what does that mean?
Because Bitcoin rely on blockchain. The blockchain rely on the machine to storage the data, and then if the machine one block being filled in the machine, they need to go to new block, and new block continue with the block. So we need a computer to do this work. Your computer, my computer at home is not doing that work. There's a computer need to really 24 hours running in order for the data never die. So those are mining they run to support the data, which is all the computer running in the big warehouse with all the cooling systems. But what's the reward? Why am I buying all this machine and running to support your block of information? The reward is you can mine the Bitcoin.
And so when you're saying you're mining the Bitcoin, it's a reward.
Yes.
For
the machines set up in the factory, storage the information, and also doing the calculate some algorithm that the previous people designed, and then if you are calculating fast enough, you can get the Bitcoin, and then you can start selling the Bitcoin.
So then the Bitcoin is just all independent generators.
It's a coding. It's just computer code. You see a beautiful rendering with a Bitcoin with a B. Those are images. You never touch a physical Bitcoin. It can be used as a Bitcoin. Yes, you can go get the Bitcoin. You order from China, from someone else. They make shitload of Bitcoin for you, but you can never trade them. It's the coding behind the Bitcoin. They give you a so-called bunch of number, and then that's recognized as Bitcoin. It's just computer software.
That's wild. Do you ever see yourself looking at creating something of that nature?
Yes, we are actually on the process develop our own cryptocurrency. There is a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, ups and down, very volatile. There's also another segment of another category called stable coin. But currently stable coin also in trouble now. We want to find our comfort area. They are not as crazy and also not as hidden, not too much transparent. And we won't be transparent, 100% transparency, but not as volatile. So we developed the system related with the U.S. stock market and also related to our value, and also by selling the coins, the money were not just only storage in our wallet. We also put into the stock market to invest. So there is a double dip, double the channel. Anybody bought our coins, they can make huge investment as well. So that's what we're working on.
So if I understand it correctly, you're looking to create a coin that's gonna track the index. So it's gonna track the S&P, and it's gonna fall. So is the price of the coin gonna adjust based on the adjustment of the S&P? So if right now we have the markets dipping, is the coin then gonna become less expensive?
Yes.
So you've collateralized the coin, right, by associating it to something. So then are you taking the initial investment from the initial buyer and then buying the actual stock in the S&P?
Yes. We're not only waiting for the buyer to buy. We already have prepared maybe $500,000 to buy the stock ready to run. That if we have more token being sold, obviously those money also will put in as a combo power of purchasing to buy more stock in order to back our coins.
So like Ethereum, Bitcoin, right? They're not tied to anything other than the demand of the coin and the hampered supply. And so with your coin, it's going to be tied to the S&P, but will the impact of a limited supply and a pent-up demand cause a fluctuation in the price of the coin?
No, we if it's necessary, we can burn our coin to keep the value. But right now, we are not setting up any limit of our coin. The reason being is this new category. Although maybe I'm talking too much right now to release information, but however, our coin is in the new category. It's called index fund cryptocurrency. Nobody have that.
So this coin that you're going to put out, it's going to be put out on some of the like major platforms. They're going to be able to buy it on Coinbase. They're going to be able
Binance and eToro, all these exchange platforms.
I just saw an article. The crypto market has been taking a huge hit this week, right? And I forgot where I read it, but Coinbase is lost millions and is potentially saying, hey, we might end up having to file for bankruptcy. And if we do, everybody who has money in our exchange is going to lose their funds. Does that scare you at all? Like what kind of protection do you feel like the end user? I mean, that's where if something like that happens, I feel like the SEC is going to have nothing but an obligation to go in and say, okay, we got to stop this shit. Like we're going to have to stop the Wild West because people just lost millions of dollars.
I think I do believe somehow SEC is going to involve. In what degree, nobody knows. But the Coinbase is not the major issue. The major issue actually is UST. This is a stable coin called UST. They owned by the company called Terra. Also, they issue another coin linked together called Luna. That's very, very creative by the founder of the company.
It's wild. Have you ever seen the movie The Big Short?
Yes.
Where they're explaining a collateralized debt obligation.
Yes.
And they talk about the mortgage-backed securities.
Yes.
It's the same thing, huh?
Yes.
Here's the mortgage-backed securities. Now we're going to insure that. We're going to insure that tranche. Now we're going to insure that CDA, and it just goes on and on and on. It's a wild scene where they're all betting on the insurance that they're going to buy against the actual debt itself. With how many coins have just popped out in the market, what are some of the coins that you see actually hold value and are going to be here in the next 5-10 years, and which ones you see maybe are going to just fall off?
Well, there's a huge percentage of the coin being created as a cryptocurrency, whether it is stable coin or cryptocurrency coin. You're not going to stop people being creative to create coins with creative background or with the creative way to run the coin. But I think 80% will be eventually fade out, and then maybe 20% survive.
Are you gonna be the one that survives?
I have to survive.
I love it. You've created an NFT as well.
Yes. We when we go into the NFT, we are kind of a little late. We start talking about in the end of 2021. That is already almost in the tail of the wild incremental.
Did you get it from your Uber driver?
No. Actually, my office had a staff make the call to me and saying, Brian, you had to come back to the office. This is crazy. This is a wild. We can't make decision for you. And after 3 phone calls, I went ahead to study the NFT. I think this is very, very much in my wheelhouse. And right away I went back to work with the office people. But just going to NFT, just like making an art, making a smart contract, that's a very ordinary NFT. That's already been designed back to 2017. Although they're not, they are like the CryptoPunks. 2 Canadian software programmer created this in 2017. All of a sudden, after March of 2021, wow, the market incremental more than 2,000%. But I feel like if I just go into the regular NFT, that's no fun. So I have to create a unique position, which is our X Lab. Our X Lab allow people to take our component to create their own NFT, user generate own NFT. This platform just being made in the end of March and beginning of April. We are finishing the debugs. Right now we're running the marketing, doing the test. If somebody really not artist, not coder, not graphic designer, not UI UX designer.
So me.
They can go to our website and go to the X Lab to create their NFT. Wow, that is something we haven't seen anybody doing this. We file a US utility patent to protect this.
How does that work? How does a patent work?
Patent is very so-called populated in the tech world. Patent can protect you, but people can work around it. It depends how strong your patent is. Every inventor want to patent the idea as broad as they can, and it is a job of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office examiner try to limit you, try to make you as much novelty as you can have, but as a limit coverage as you can, because they want to allow the room for another new innovation.
Competition.
Yes.
How many patents do you have?
In my life, I own over 220 patents.
Is your X Lab program already available to the users?
Yes.
Where can they find it?
Just go to xlab.io and also go to scopepunk.com because we use a scopepunk as an image, allow people to generate a scopepunk XG. But in order to generate the XG, you need to buy the OG of scopepunks to use it as a path to go to our XG to generate the XG. But we also create another category called Scopepunk Ultra. We're launching in early June this year. We'll be running in the blockchain of Solana, away from the blockchain of Ethereum. So we cover both major blockchain.
I've heard of Ethereum. What was the other one? Blockchain Solana?
Solana.
What is that? How does it differentiate?
Well, Solana has a basically very minimum or no gas fee. actually this is very wild. Solana's right now the program, all the business running on Solana are more than the business running on the blockchain of Ethereum. There's a many blockchain in the world. Bitcoin use their own blockchain. Ethereum created blockchain, but it's open source. The guy's is great. He's a very great guy. He is really open source the whole entire blockchain of Ethereum, so everybody can be benefit. Can use the Ethereum blockchain to modify the blockchain to take advantage as an open source. Wonderful.
This is crazy. There's total transactions running on Solana.com, 73 billion, and this ticker never stops. That's insanity. I don't even know what transactions could be going on.
All the transactions, lots of some currency they use Solana blockchain to run. Some NFT they use Solana to run. So our NFT of Skull Punks, we choose one of the category. We create different image and different artwork running in Solana blockchain. And also we already had the OGXG running in Ethereum blockchain.
When you get the call that says, hey, something's going on, right? I think you had mentioned you were in Hawaii.
Well,
off camera.
I'm traveling, and also I'm working in my farm.
Okay. So you're working in your farm, you're chilling, you get the call that says, hey, something wild's going on. When was it, and what happens to you? I mean, with your type of brain power, you probably just become obsessed.
Well, at the beginning, I wasn't paying that much attention. I thought people freak out without me running around, yelling around in the office. So therefore, I thought that's a situation. But after second and third phone calls, I went ahead to the internet, had some due diligence and research done. I thought, wow.
When was that?
That was around September and October last year.
So, in less than a year, you've created your own NFT. You've filed your own U.S. patent. You're developing two coins.
We develop two type of coins. Yes, we will adjust that. One is related with insurance. One related with the index of the stock market. It's insane because in the crypto currency, in the blockchain, in the Web3, without speed, you won't survive.
You feel like you have competitors coming for you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we try to avoid competition. If there's a competition, you violate my patent, I take them to a federal court, I guess.
That was aggressive. That was aggressive.
I've been doing this in my life. Many cases I file against the infringement.
That's wild. I really appreciate you doing this, Mr. Brian. We're coming to an end. It is a Wild West. I definitely can't wait to learn more and do this again and really get to learn more about what this game is, because it's developing. I know I've been in the financial sector for 7 years, and I see changes coming. Right, I can't imagine the mortgage industry staying the way it is right now. There's already incorporation of AI and how we underwrite files. You're starting to see now crypto being accepted as an asset, which, man, 2 years ago there was no way. We still can't get statements from fucking Coinbase, so we can't source that. But I'm sure someone's gonna do it, and I'm sure in this as the fintech sector kind of incorporates blockchain and a few more things. I've talked to you about some of the concepts I've tried to play with. I still don't have a unique understanding of it like you do, but it's exciting to know that in less than a year, with the right discipline and the right energy and the right team, you can create as much as you have.
Well, Tony, I am very very happy to know you has already paid attention to this Web3, blockchain, and the cryptocurrencies based on your business, and you have a very successful traditional real estate loan as your backbone. Now you're paying attention in this new technology. I think by merging them, by combining them, by you, such a fast learner in this category, I think in very, very near future, I think you maybe end up with has a both traditional and the virtual or working cohesively to do your loan. Maybe eventually we're not only limited to real estate loan, could be different loan. We can work together as because our coin, after we create a coin, after we call the coin index XX. After our index coin released, we will have a huge fund. The fund are not only doing an investment, we can also support your loan concept.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait. It's definitely a lot of change in the fintech world, and there's a ton of I started, just looking, and there's different sites, there's different companies that you just come to them with a concept and they'll invest. It seems like we've all accepted, right, that this is going to be the new era. I forgot what the price point was, but it was in the millions for a house being sold in the metaverse. How about we start doing those loans? Like, how's that going to work? That's going to be insane, right? It's ubiquitous in the online space. There's no end to it. So as we start to make that transition, it'll be exciting to see what's next. Well, I appreciate you both doing this. We're gonna cut it here, and next week let's see what else we bring.
All right.
It's again, Tony. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you, Tony.
Peace out, y'all.